Welcome to Management Cast, where operational excellence meets practical insight. Grab your headphones, settle in, and let's get into today's topic. Today, we're exploring one of the most influential tools in lean manufacturing, the 5S methodology.
That's right. A really structured approach that, came out of post-war Japan, became totally central to the Toyota production system.
Developed by people like Hiroyuki Hirano. So our plan is to unpack these 5S's: sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain.
Yeah, figure out how they build safer, cleaner, more efficient workplaces. We see it everywhere: aerospace, construction, healthcare.
And we really need to look at why that last one, sustain, is often called the toughest step.
But also maybe the most critical for actually making it work long-term, getting that cultural shift.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. What exactly is this 5S methodology, fundamentally? Where did it come from?
Well, at its core, it's a Japanese five-step system, really
Yeah.
focused on workspace organization. The main goals are reducing waste, what they call muda, and boosting productivity. And it often uses pretty simple visual cues.
Right, it sounds almost like spring cleaning, but way more systematic, not just tidying up for the sake of it.
Exactly. It's a framework. Let's break down those first few S's. First up is sort, or seri. What's the essence of that?
Sort is, well, it sounds like getting rid of stuff.
Pretty much. It's about looking critically at everything in a workspace and asking, is this absolutely necessary for the work right now?
Mm-hmm.
The sources mention things like red tagging. You put a red tag on items you're unsure about, move them aside for a bit.
And then decide later if it's truly needed or just clutter taking up space.
Exactly. Clear out the junk first. That's step one for clarity.
Okay, eliminate the unnecessary. What comes next? Set in order, Seaton.
Right. So once you only have the essential items left, set in order is about finding a specific, logical, easy-to-access place for every single one of them.
Like a place for everything and everything in its place.
Precisely. Think tool shadow boards, where you can instantly see if something's missing. Clear labels, maybe even color coding for different areas or tools.
The goal being anyone can find anything quickly. No wasted time searching.
Yeah, within seconds, ideally. That's the standard.
Got it. Sort, then set in order, then comes shine, say so. This one still sounds a bit like housekeeping.
And that's a really common misunderstanding. One of the key insights from the material is that shine is cleaning, yes, but it's also fundamentally about inspection.
Ah, okay. How so?
As you're cleaning machines, floors, equipment, you're actively looking for problems. Small leaks, weird vibrations, loose parts, cracks, you name it.
So cleaning becomes a proactive maintenance activity. You're not just wiping grease, you're potentially spotting a breakdown before it happens.
Exactly. It makes problems visible. Cleaning is inspection in 5S. That's a crucial distinction.
That changes the perspective quite a bit. Okay, so cleaning as inspection, what's the fourth S?
Standardize, or Saiketsu. This is where you lock in the improvements from the first three steps.
Making it the new normal.
You got it. Document the procedures for how sort, set in order, and shine should be done consistently. Create visual aids checklists, maybe scoreboards. Train everyone on these standards.
So it's not just a one-off blitz, it becomes the routine way of working.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, why is this seemingly simple process considered so foundational for lean manufacturing, for operational excellence?
Well, I guess it creates a stable environment.
Absolutely. You
Yeah.
can't really implement more complex lean systems effectively, think just in time or total productive maintenance if your workplace is chaotic or problems are hidden.
Right. Hard to have smooth flow if you can't find tools or if machines break down unexpectedly.
Exactly. 5S creates that organized, stable, visual workplace where abnormalities stand out. It's the bedrock that enables other improvements.
And the benefits companies see, are they significant? We're talking beyond just a tidy shop floor, right?
Oh, definitely. The sources point to major waste reduction, less time wasted searching, less unnecessary movement, fewer defects, because standards are clear.
Safety must improve too. Less clutter, fewer hazards.
Yeah, huge safety improvements. Plus, better efficiency, better quality, and honestly, a boost in employee morale. People prefer working in organized, clean environments.
And it's not just for manufacturing, right? The sources mention aerospace, healthcare.
Yeah, its versatility is key.
Yeah.
Think aerospace, where precision and quality are non-negotiable. They've seen real results, faster cycle times, reduced defects often alongside other lean tools, sure. But 5S is that starting point.
Okay, let's tackle the big one. Sustain, Shitsuke. Everyone seems to agree this is the hardest part. Why is sustaining 5S so difficult?
Because it's about changing habits and embedding it into the company culture. It's not a project with an end date. It's an ongoing way of
It
operating.
requires continuous effort.
Continuous effort, yeah. Ongoing monitoring, regular audits, keeping everyone involved, and crucially, very visible support and participation from leadership.
So why do 5S programs often fail then? What are the common pitfalls?
Well, a few big ones show up in the material. Resistance to change is huge, people, seeing it as just another cleanup drive, not a system for improvement.
Or lack of management commitment if the bosses aren't walking the talk.
Exactly. Lack of visible commitment kills it. Inadequate training is another, just teaching the how, but not the why, especially that shyness inspection concept.
And maybe just trying to copy what another company did without tailoring it?
Yeah, that copy-paste approach rarely works. And fundamentally, if people still just think it's about cleaning, not about making problems visible, sustain will likely fail.
So if making it stick is the goal, what's the absolute most critical factor for success?
Hands down, it's strong, visible, consistent leadership commitment. Leaders need to be out there doing Gemba walks, asking questions about 5S, making it part of performance discussions.
Showing it matters, that it's not just the flavor of the month.
Precisely. It needs to be woven into the cultural fabric.
And how do those visual management tools we talked about, the labels, shadow boards, help with sustain?
They're crucial for sustain, too. They make the standard immediately obvious to everyone.
So deviations jump out.
Right. If a tool isn't on its shadow board, or if items are creeping into an area marked clear, it's instantly visible. It creates kind of self-auditing environment. Makes it easier for everyone to maintain the standard.
Okay, so for anyone listening who's thinking about starting a 5S journey, what's the key advice based on these sources?
First, absolutely secure that top-level buy-in. Can't stress that enough.
Right.
Then, maybe start small. Pilot it in one area to learn and build momentum. Invest in good training, focus on the philosophy, the why, not just the mechanics.
Emphasize that shine is inspection.
Yes. And lean heavily on visual management. Make things obvious. And finally, plan for sustainment from day one. Build in audits, responsibilities, and leadership checks right from the start.
Don't treat it as an afterthought.
Never.
Okay, here's something to think about then. Given that shine step where cleaning actively reveals problems, leaks, wear, whatever, how does adopting 5S fundamentally change the workplace? It seems like it transforms it from just a passive space where work happens.
Into an active system that's constantly highlighting opportunities for its own improvement. It becomes almost self-auditing.
That brings us to the end of today's look at the 5S methodology.
Yeah, definitely more than just housekeeping rules. It's a powerful framework for building discipline and continuous improvement.
From the shop floor to really any work environment, we've seen how 5S lays the groundwork. Better safety, quality, efficiency.
Especially powerful when you pair it with other lean tools like Kanban, JIT, value stream mapping. It enables them.
But the key takeaway has to be sustain. That's what turns those initial tidy-ups into lasting results.
It really is the difference between a workspace that looks good temporarily and an organization that's constantly learning and improving.
If this gave you something to think about, share it with your team, subscribe for more, and let's keep building better systems 1S at a time.
Thanks for listening to Management Cast. Until next time, stay focused, stay lean, and lead with clarity.